Well, good morning. Day 3 now. We are heading over to Wigtown for our first stop. Quite a tragic story, really, over at Wigtown. So we're going to go and have a look at that. Nice night last night. It was actually on the chilly side, and it's on the sort of slightly chilly side this morning, which is weird. But I don't know whether it keeps promising rain. It keeps promising rain. It keeps spitting on and off. The clouds keep going dark. At the moment, I'm avoiding it. It seems it's an amazing sight, and I'll put up a post on Facebook about it. But the family who own the kind of manor, castle, tower, whatever you want to call it, they actually still own the land, so they own the caravan park and they run the caravan park. But there's donkeys over there as well. Massive walled garden, 2 of them. Beautiful woodland walk goes through into the village apparently. So yeah, happy days. Off we go. 20-minute drive for the start, so it's not very far. See where we get to today. Look at all the ducks. So not only have you got all the rabbits to deal with, there is also a shed load of ducks. Like, so many ducks. It's ridiculous, man. Water hens. Also seen 2 swans with their cygnets last night as well. So lots of wildlife around, lots of new life springing into action. Look at the gorgeous view this morning over there in them hills. Absolutely stunning. Stunning, stunning. Just stunning. So where we are at the Wigtown mudflats, and you can see the kind of course there behind me. And this is an interesting monument. So in 1685, there were 2 ladies, both called Mary, one called Mary McLaughlin and one called Mary Wilson, I believe. And they were Covenanters, and the people in the town were Episcopalians. And 2 Marys refused to swear fealty or loyalty to James the Sixth, I believe, as head of the Scottish Church. And because they refused to do that, they were taken by the local They were taken by the locals and they were tied to stakes here on this spot, and they were left to drown as the tide come in. I mean, I've never heard something so crazy, like, it just unbelievable, all because of religion. And that's basically what this is. 2 opposing religions, they didn't like each other. One didn't like each other, thought they were better, and so killed 2 people on God's say-so, or on their say-so. But yeah, 2 ladies on this spot were were murdered because of their beliefs. So nothing really changes, does it, folks? Nothing really changes in the world and in life. Just travelling along the road, and what do I come across? A stone circle, which is absolutely fantastic. So this one is Torhouse Stone Circle, and there are 19 boulders. I'm just reading it from the thing here. And it's linked with a mythology of a King Galdus tomb, and King Galdus is apparently local kind of folklore mythology about a great king from this area that fought the Romans and gave his name to Galloway, apparently. The things you find on your travels. So yeah, this is my first stone circle. Absolutely fantastic. And you know, there's the interesting thing about stone circles is how they differ in height size, and I don't know whether that's because locally sourced stone, it's different heights. I mean, looking around, there isn't a great deal of places to kind of immediately that you can get big stones from, so I wonder where they come. But they do look over the river down there as well, and I would imagine that there is possibly some other features in the landscape close to this, as there usually is with stone circles. So enough of me whittering on, let's have a bloody wander. So as I'm walking around, you can clearly see that there's like a raised section in the middle here. So I'm wondering whether there was an inner section of stones or whether this was actually covered over cairn or tomb, which would have been interesting that it's got the stones around it. I'll need to have a bit more of a read about this one because it's a new one on me. Definitely a new one on me.